midfield. Yates, Lou Riddick joining me now. You heard the news on Suh. Lou, I'm going to start with you. How much does he have left in the tank?
You know, it really, Lisa, it depends on when Suh wants to turn it up and when he wants to play. He'll determine how much he has left in the tank, because there's no question that in a one-gap scheme, meaning when he can just take off, get upfield, a la what you know, the old Philadelphia Eagles used to do, what he did in Detroit, what they let him do a little bit in Miami under Jim Washburn, he can be an absolute game wrecker now. He can be in your backfield in a hurry and producing TFLs and quarterback hits like nobody's business. It's just that Suh just doesn't do it all the time. And look, I know that sounds very simplistic, but there are games now where teams who want to come out and really get physical with him and run the ball right at him and run it down his throat, Suh will have games where he will go entire games, quarters, series where he looks totally disinterested. So those are the kind of things that you have to understand that you're buying with him. He is not for everyone. You have to have a very specific plan for using him, and he has to have a good relationship with the people who are coaching him, because he can be one of those guys who is definitely feast or famine.
So when you consider the other defensive tackles available here in free agency, what do you think the market looks like for him?
On pure physical traits alone, he's the best. I mean, listen, if it's not him, Sheldon Richardson's in the same neighborhood, but on pure physical traits, as Lewis said, when he wants to, he can be the most dominant defensive player on this list of defensive linemen that you currently see that are scheduled to become free agents. In terms of teams that will be interested, well, you know it's not going to come cheap. It's not going to cost $114.5 million over 6 seasons, but Ndamukong Suh will have a lucrative market. But it's going to have to be the perfect fit, as Lewis said, a coaching staff that's willing to absorb not the talent, everybody would absorb the talent, but the potential for inconsistent effort from a player that at times looks like a Hall of Famer. At other times, you're thinking to yourself, he's worth $18 million per season in Miami, which is part of the reason why they're moving on from him.